this week's episode of One Piece, the citizens, the warriors, the pirates of Dressrosa Kingdom team up together to stop the birdcage from destroying everything. And everyone's favorite bombastic beauties from the Dressrosa arc, Viola and Rebecca, challenge the dastardly Doflamingo. This is one of those episodes of One Piece where a lot happens and nothing happens all at the same time, but there were some interesting developments from this episode and a welcome fight scene between Doflamingo and Viola, which was pretty damn badass. But most of this episode is just all the random citizens and warriors and pirates of Dressrosa Kingdom just pushing against the birdcage and doing everything they can to stop it. I think the coolest scene without a doubt is when Fujitora or Isho finally decides to team up with Zoro, Kinemon, and Kanjuro. That scene was awesome, not to mention all of those Marines who all bring out their swords and use Haki at the same time. There are a lot of Marines who can use Haki at this point in the series, and that's pretty damned ridiculous. In some ways, it kind of diminishes the whole Haki thing and doesn't make it as unique, but whatever, it's all the rage in this part of the series. There's also moments with all the other key characters like Usopp and Frankie, Nico Robin, and Zoro. Like, everything is all there, just more of the stuff that we've seen before. And then, of course, we have the scene where Rebecca decides she's going to have to go after Doflamingo, but she is stopped by Viola, who decides to go toe-to-toe with him herself by literally bringing out a knife and just using her hand-to-hand skills. And this scene is really great because you can just tell that Doflamingo's just sort of having fun with this. Basically, he's kind of like a cat playing with his prey, just letting her try her best before he decides to just wail on her and just take her out in just a couple of hits, tying her up with strings, and then transforming Rebecca into his very own killing puppet, trying to get her to actually kill Viola. And then the episode ends with a little bit of tension by letting us know that the birdcage is going to close up in 60 seconds. And that's also how long it's going to take for Luffy to actually regain his consciousness and have his power back. What's going to happen? Will the citizens of Dressrosa stop the birdcage, or is everybody going to die and this is going to be the end of the One Piece anime series? I think we all know the answer to this one. That being said, this was not a bad episode. So what's the rundown on this week's episode of One Piece? A very slow-paced episode. I'm very much over the destruction of Dressrosa at this point, just constantly watching these citizens run around, push against the walls, decide that they're not going to run anymore, and decide that they're going to be all heroic. We've seen this stuff so many times that I'm in many ways just kind of desensitized to it at this point, and I just want to move along to the next part of the fight, and I know that's what most people want to see as well. However, that's just the way the One Piece anime series is. Its pacing was killed a long time ago. That being said, I still liked a lot of parts of this episode. The scenes with Viola and Doflamingo were really entertaining, and I loved all of the fighting choreography with her. It's not too often you see those type of fights in One Piece, because you have a lot of ridiculous powers, and she was using just a lot of just hand-to-hand combat and use of her knives, just trying to constantly stab him, and she even did get to use her whale tears abilities, which turned into these like giant magma exploding rocks. It's really ridiculous. That's definitely the weirdest part of her power, the fact that she can like shoot whales from her eyes. Saying that out loud is just so freaking strange. But of course, she completely loses, and it's all messed up with Rebecca getting turned into a puppet. You know that someone's going to show up at the last second, though. That's the way these type of scenes go. I don't think this is going to go into extreme dark territory anytime soon, and it's only a matter of time before Luffy comes back and starts to whip Doflamingo's pink ass. So at the end of the day, for me, this is an average episode of One Piece, so I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. But it is an episode that I think One Piece fans should check out if you've been reading the manga version or watching the anime version, because all the scenes with Violet and Rebecca all look really awesome, so check those out. But if you guys watched this week's episode of One Piece, make sure to tell me what you thought about it in the comments section below. What did you think of the battle between Doflamingo and Viola? Did you like it as much as I did? Are you ready to see Luffy finally come back and beat Doflamingo? What do you want to see from the rest of the Dressrosa arc in the One Piece anime series? Please tell me in the comment section below. You guys are awesome. Thanks for watching this review. Make sure to like it, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. Also, just let you know, if you're a Pokemon fan, get excited because it is Pokemon month here on Super Kami Guru 9000. I just did my first introductory video. If you want to check it out, look for it in the description box below. For the entire month, there's going to be a few Pokemon-themed videos coming at you, so make sure to check that out. So thank you guys again for watching, and as always, stay dandy, baby!